This shit working? Hold on, I gotta make sure over here working. Give me. That good. That good. Ooh, who's this? Oh, that ain't me. I care about that. Okay, is that working? Can we please get your ass up? Thank you. Get your funny up. Get your money up. What that? That's OBS. What are you doing over there? Jesus, I'm so lucky that didn't crash. Wait, who's notification? Okay. Anyway, is this shit working or not? It's working over there, so I'm gonna say it's working. It's good enough for me. Just make sure that's on. Sometimes we get problem with the microphone connecting and whatnot. Actually, turn on this light. Look at that! It didn't fucking help. Hold on. I need the light over here, but then it's gonna be in the middle of the fucking desk. All right. Maybe I get a spotlight. I actually do have like a pointed light, but it gets really hot and I just don't fucking care to do it. Maybe I get a different light bulb for it. By the way, if anyone has cleaning tips for this thing, let me know. I've just been kind of like dry wiping it with this thing. I feel like I need something, though. I accidentally just pulled out the pen tip. That's not ideal. I was just trying to clean it. Anyway, I think I've discovered that that's my favorite thing I've made so far. Yes, it's stolen, at least partially. Anyway, fuck, this is the ping. Damn you, Pingus. Why does it say .craw if it's the ping, bro? Am I tripping? Oh, there we go. Please, sir, may I have a different layer? Okay. I say we stick with tradition. Where's my fucking thing? No. Okay, it's working. It's working. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. No, it's not working. Fuck. Hello? Alright, we gotta close. Why was that so loud? Did that pick up on the mic? I think the only reason it does that is I will like turn everything on and get it all set up, and then I'll like walk away, and then like the screen will go to sleep. I think that's what happens. Not working. Sorry, I had to hopefully not annoy you by pointing a fan at me. Okay. It's hot in this corner. The ceiling fan's like across the room. I don't know what the fuck was going on there, but classic. All right. So we've got some face to draw. Hopefully it's actually going to work. 0.67. Let's go. By the way, I'm going to go with Silco? I don't know. But they recommended the Loomis? I don't know. Way to draw heads in proportions, and I'm not gonna do that on stream. I might practice that off stream just to see if that does anything for me. It does have like a lot of confusing lines, kind of looks like a snail shell at some points, but it definitely is less confusing than drawing a box and drawing a circle in the box and then drawing triangles in that and then drawing, you know, like it seems a little cleaner. So I'll give it a shot, and thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate you. Whether or not I am successful with that remains to be seen. Some people just are stupid, and it's me. I'm some people. No, some people just learn differently. Like I said yesterday, I just feel like I have to do something to like learn it, and I have to like see the end product right now to reverse engineer it, right? Like I need to know where it's going. I can't just have like, oh Jesus, like, okay, finish this. And it's like, what do you mean finish this? You know, like clean this up. It doesn't work for me. I mean, I could, but like it just doesn't work for me, you know? Okay. So this one's like a little reverso dicko action on this. Maybe we get a little zoomed. What do we think? Come on now. Hit him with the reverso dicko, please. Still working the cash register sponge. Seems too far away to me. What do we think? I think too far away. Somebody's about to start singing Dragon Force or whatever the fuck at me. We gotta fix it. Some Through the Fire and the Flames is coming. Get it? I guess you have to know the lyrics of the song to get it. I will not elaborate. I don't know where I put my water. So I guess we're drinking warm water. We're here. Do 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 do. Come on now. Oh god. Do we make that our goal when we finally get to learning piano? I feel like it's harder to just learn yourself some piano than it is to learn art. I feel like you can just look at art and sort of kind of figure something out. It might not be the proper technique or the agreed upon technique. It's not the Loomis or the Boxy Boys, but you can kind of send yourself somewhere. Feel like the song I'd really like to learn is I Was Made for Loving You. I don't know why, I just really like that song. I also like the Youngblood cover of it. I think they did that for Fall Guy, which is a terminally underrated movie. I don't understand how that was like a box office flop. That thing was fun. Do do do. Okay, good enough for me. All right, so we got lashes, we got line thing, and we got eyes. We're gonna go ahead and do the eyes. Do the eyes. Should we? We'll just stick with the blue. I kind of like this blue. It's cool. It's nice. I'm tempted to try and colorize mask it, but I feel like that's just gonna go fucking terribly. Okay. So we'll hit him with it, Fergie. Nope. 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 There we go. Why did I have to press that so many fucking times? Let's just try and hit it with the 50%, I guess. Too much. Not enough. Too much. Too much. Little too much, but I'm gonna stick with it because of how much trouble we've been having. That does not make any sense whatsoever, does it? Fuck, this is Lart. No. I did it. I did the thing. There's actually an easy way around this, and that's just to do this. It actually isn't the easy way, by the way. Let's undo all of that. This would have been the easy way. And then to switch to that. And then to do that. Huh? Oh. It's good enough for me. Sometimes you just have to forego the fact that it doesn't make any fucking sense, right? And just send it. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Hello? Oh, that's right, I'm on blue. I literally just did that too. Selecto Dicko. Huh? Selecto Dicko. Huh? Huh? Don't forget to do your taxes. I've got mine all but done, and it's not looking as nice as previous years, and I made less money. So that's, I think that's a bunch of like federal government things that can no longer be written off is my problem. Which sucks. But it is what it is. Welcome to America. What's going on here? So we got that. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so let's delete one. Let's go back to this. Sit on that white real. Interesting. The fuck did I just do? I don't care what day of the week. I do care. It's Saturday. Saturday and Sunday are laundry days. Okay. Not, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just like to keep to a schedule, so I like to do like personal clothes on one day and then, you know what I mean? Am I crazy? It's just easier that way. I don't know how people don't. Hmm. About to wubba lubba my dub dubs here. Okay. All right. Nope. I see a lot of like pens and like tablet stuff. Um, because it shows up on the feed. Hi, how are you? It shows up on the Twitter feed. Um, how's it going, by the way? So I see a lot of pens and stuff, and everyone else's pen seems a lot smaller than this, and their tablet seems bigger. But sometimes I feel like this pen is almost too small for my hands, because like the Samsung one, I have the Samsung tablet, right, and it comes with the pen, and that pen's even smaller, and like I said, that also same with this feels too small sometimes. I don't understand how people are using like these really thin pencils to like work on their shit. It starts to make the hand cramp. I didn't really think my hands were very big. It's just I guess maybe I'm just seeing people with small hands and they, you know, like I think my hands are pretty average. So it must be like small hand people enjoying their normal size pen, and I just prefer a larger pen. You know, some people just have better, you know, sometimes bigger is better. It's, you know, that's just the way it is. I should have done this on the previous layer because now I'm going to have to do like a lash thing. I'm doing good. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. Oh, brother. The line's right there. How can I not keep to it? Can't wait to be replaced by AI. I'm not even I'm not even placed and I'm gonna get replaced. Why do these look like Dexter's eyes? Also, I've never seen a full episode of Dexter's Laboratory. All right. What method do we feel like would work the best here? Thick boy, and then like line it out, maybe? Okay. You know what? Let's just work on this one and see how it goes before we do both sides. All right, so this has created that extremely blurry feeling. So if I zoom out, yeah, it looks super blurry to me. Um, so if I go in and I try and clean this up as best as we can. Oh, that's right, because I fucked up and didn't do that. It's my mistake. It's like the stupidest possible way to do this. Okay. All right. I don't know. Nope. 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 Maybe thin it up some more. That's too flat there. But then these are like too rounded. Am I crazy? I don't know, man. All right, let's just see what happens if we... I feel like the lashes should go up on this one. But like, I don't feel like I'd be able to see it. It doesn't really make any sense, does it? So if I go back to that and then maybe erase that, does that help me in any form or function? I don't feel like it does. I mean, the one we're using as a reference literally is just a fucking block. So it's kind of hard to get inspiration from that when I feel like that doesn't work very well. But like, it does work, so what the fuck do I know, I guess. Like, to me, theirs looks better than mine. So obviously it does work. But then, like, when I do it, it just looks stupid. Okay. What if we do the little strategery where we, you know, try and, like, fake the flow of it? I feel like this is just kind of merging, and I don't like that. So what if we, like, do, like, part of it like that, maybe, to, like, break that up? I don't know, man. Let's maybe try a different technique for this side, but we're still going to try and get the same result. So similarly, we're going to draw a slightly thicker line, but we're going to draw a couple of them instead. Okay. Maybe one more. Okay. All right. Now we try to clean it up. It's too sharp. Okay. I sure don't know what the hell I'm doing. So maybe try like that. Why does that feel so wrong? It's too blurry, I think, is the problem. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. It's me. I'm this guy. I feel like the shape of this one came out a little cleaner, but I think I might like the way I put this, like, I don't know, detail on it, if we want to call it that. Not a huge fan of either one. Turns out I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. I mean, I knew that, but now you know. Okay. So let's just do... I don't really think I need a whole other layer for this, but we're going to do it anyway. So what are we working at here? Okay, so... Hit him with it. Hit him with it. Out of curiosity, Jesus, this is pretty far off, huh? I mean, it is at an angle, I guess, but not enough that that should be that far off. Okay. Best we can do, I guess. I feel like I've spent a really long time on just this one, so I'm gonna move on. Sometimes it's just what you have to do, even if you're not like completely in love with what you're doing. Otherwise, you're just gonna sit there and fucking do the same thing over and over again. All right, let's quickly joink these. Hopefully, we can move them. There we go. Reinvisibilize these. Okay. Weirder. Needs more weirder. All right, let's try and figure this shit out, shall we? Okay. Especially on that layer, by the way. So let's hit him with that. Get him with the two-piece McNuggie. Two-piece? Alright, we'll just type, oh god, enjoy. Just type it. Okay. So this one has two sort of different eye shapes and a bit of a exaggerated expression. So this one might be quite difficult for me. Oh wait, yeah, everything's difficult for me. Never mind. Okay. Go ahead and move Dicko that. I hope we have space here. Those feel really close. So maybe do something like that. Feel like we're like close, but also far. I don't know. So this one doesn't have any lashes going for it. I guess we can try and match that. Do 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 do. Hmm. That's a pretty nice little smallmouth technique. I think I accidentally used that over here. Do a little smaller mouth one. Okay. All right, let's get a little zoomed. Switch it up to probably around 4. Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay. This is going to be a lot more exaggerated, but I feel like it might be better that way. Let's unstraighten this a little bit. No. Matte dinosaurs. It is. This is oh, I think they're closing down. They might sell their stuff through Corsair, but this is from Drop. Do I have the I don't know if they still sell it, but it might say somewhere on here. But oh no, is it wiping off? No, that's part of the thing. But here's Stego. I think that's a coelacanth. There's a little raptor. Rex. Is that a plesiosaur thing? I don't know. I don't know what the hell this is. Couple of was this a Eurypterid? Probably some sort of trilobites. I don't fucking know my dinos. Oh wait, does it say up here? Dinosaurians. Hey, look at that. Damn, where is the? There's usually a label on these. Is it on the back? But it's from a website called Drop. Oh, there's their thing. That is closing down at the end of the month. They were bought out by Corsair a couple of years ago, who make peripherals. Um, but I don't know if they still have it. It would be under their desk mat section if they do. They were having a sale where everything was like pretty heavy money off. with like a coupon code. I think the coupon was MAR26 if it still works. Uh, I think this was $20. It might not be on sale. They might not have it. They also have one, or they did have one that was constellations. That was pretty cool. They usually, I don't know if they still do. They usually have like a bunch of theme stuff. They had some Gundam stuff. They had Lord of the Rings. Um, I don't I don't know if they still got it because, like I said, they're closing down at the end of the month. So I think a lot of the collabs are supposed to be available through uh Corsair, but I don't know how that's gonna work. You also used to be able to, I know this kind of sounds sketchy as hell, but you would pay like a monthly or a yearly fee. It was like $60. And if you bought like a lot of keyboard based things, like maybe new keycaps or new boards or switches or uh, desk mats actually counted, you would pay like the 60 something dollars for the year and you would get like 30% off every purchase. So like if you gave these type of things as like gifts often, or like you built them or you just like to collect them, it was a pretty good deal. Or I think all their cables also counted, which was interesting. So like the USB like coiled cables, if you liked to use those for like anything, that'd be a pretty good price. 30% is 30%. If you shopped a lot, basically, it was worth it. Otherwise, you don't really need to spend money. I need money. All right. I'm getting all type of zoomed. That is the wobbliest. How is the sketch thing? What am I doing? It's cleaner. I'm getting taken to the cleaners. That's my favorite movie, Taken 4, to the cleaners. Liam Neeson just goes and sits at a laundromat for 2.5 hours. So if we hide Sketcho Dicko here, it's gone. It gets a little confusing with this guy up here, so maybe we yoink him down just a bit. There we go. Here we go. We're good. We're good, bud. Okay, selecto dicko tool. Can we get inside the eye? We cannot because we're selectoed. We did not draw the eye circle. That's fine. Okay. Stick with the blue because I'm lazy. Totally not because I like it. I mean, wait, I think I said that backwards. Bum 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 bum. Ooh, that's so wobbly. How is this the best method to do it? It's just, come on, man. You just, you don't expect it, I guess. Maybe you do. I don't know. Normal people probably do. I don't. I get surprised a lot, though, you know? It's the problem with not expecting things all the time. You just never, oh my God, I didn't expect it. Jesus. Didn't expect that to just get erased when I press Control Z. You'd think I'd have known. Da, 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 da. Come on, man. I really need to program these. That'd be so much easier than doing that. I could just be like, wait, I wonder if I can program like forward. I'm gonna play a game on the tablet. Surely I can do it, right? That actually might improve my aim. Because if I'm just clicking, like if I'm just literally physically pointing where I need to aim, that'd probably be kind of cool. Get scooped on, idiot. All right, let's do the other e-ball. Select Odico tool. There it is. Probably should have a hotkey to just do that. Is this gonna be like the colorized mask revelation, like that I can use that, but I'm probably just not going to. In my defense, colorized mask for some reason always seems to just chew up the background, and I hate it. Hello? It really is RNG, like whether or not it does it. Why did it wait so long? There you go. Thank you. Well, thank you for that. Mentally, this feels wrong, but I think it is right. Like, I don't know. Turns out I don't really know what I'm doing. That's why we're learning. Am I learning impaired? I might be. I'm impaired, dude. This shit is not right. I feel like I should stop doing this eye. Well, I should probably stop talking, but I feel like I should stop doing this little pupil because I feel like it's too big. But there's also like no way to really know until I'm done. And like by that time, holy shit. You can draw a line between two objects. Did you know that? That's insane. If you draw a straight line between two objects, there's a straight line between them. Oh my god. All right. Um Actually though, how bad is it? I do kind of want to know. I feel like this one's just way bigger. But it could be the like that whole illusion where it's like one eye one eye after another. That movie won like six Oscars or whatever. So this one is bigger, but it's actually not so much bigger. I am surprised. Obviously, this is not that scientific. Just that's all freehand. But I feel like that's negligible. Negligible or lazy? Hmm. Don't put me in charge of a spacecraft. Let's just put it that way. Uh, Rip Apollo 42. I'm gonna go work for NASA. I have no qualifications. That's why it's gonna be like so far down the line. I gotta get them. We're not that irresponsible that we won't get qualified first, but you know, we also need qualified immunity because that shit is gonna suffer. What if I just like suck up, you know? Damn it, I always forget to do that. There we go. It's kind of crazy that it just makes that noise every time you know? I mean, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't know. And that really says something about the knowers of the world. Sometimes the knows. Let's go. We get to use Blendo Dicko tool to get rid of the harsh lines. It's probably gonna fuck me over at some point. Thank you, Blendo Dicko. Very cool. All right. Deselecto Dicko. Thank you. Let's just try and clean this up a little bit. We're at 4 already. You know, this kind of reminds me of Smitty's milk bag. I think Smitty's, yeah, Smitty's milk bag guy. I haven't watched one of his videos in a long time. They're usually pretty funny, right? If not a little awkward. But who isn't amongst us? Oh my god, I said the nose does know. Which is crazy given I didn't even draw a nose, right? What am I doing? Absolutely absurd. Really dropped the ball on this one. Clearly I have pretty bad grip though, so I mean we're complaining about gripping a pencil, so a ball is definitely just not going to stay in the hand. But you know what they say, a ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. And I say you should trim it if there's a bush. Why is the mouth so much more detailed than everything else? What am I doing? This is just supposed to be me practicing expressions and eyes, because I still just can't draw eyelashes. I feel like I don't want to say that the eyes themselves are like good, but I feel like they're getting better. Like this is pretty okay. This looks like an eye. Hold on. Is this the right layer? It is. I guess I was actually being kind of good about not overlapping too much. It confused me. I thought I was on the wrong layer. I thought it was just like going under it. Do do do. Don't worry, I'll draw a nose for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. What if I just maybe like that? No? Maybe like that? Bro looks so happy. I wish I was bro. I really wish I was bro, you know? What's it like? What's it like being bro? Here we go. We got a little wobbly with it at the top here. I say that, but it's just always wobbly, so it really doesn't matter. I think we should be clear to do this. Oh, God. Get back. Hey! Didn't say select blue Odico tool. Come on, man. Make sure we're on black. Okay. What if we intensify? Does that make it cool? I kind of liked it on the other one. Does this improve it? Are we improving? I don't feel like we're improving. Every step of the way, we're getting worse. A time-honored tradition. Why do I think that's Jack Frost's hand or something. Frosty the Snowman. Why does it look like a twig hand? What did I do? That looks like a straw, but like one of those reusable ones that like it's not really reusable because after like 3 times doing the thing, I mean, I guess technically that's reusable 3 times, but you can use any straw 3 times. You just wash it. But you know what I mean? Like the little scrunchy ones that make that plasticky noise, do they still make those? Bro looks coked out. What the hell? No wonder why he doesn't have a nose. Lost it to the cocaine addiction. Jesus. Do I try and draw the... Is it drawing? Draw the cheeks, the rosy cheeks. So we'll select that. Move it over to pink maybe. Incidentally, is my favorite artist. It's not, by the way. So if I do that, and then lower this here, because I should have done that first. Okay, that came out a lot darker over here for some reason. Bro, how did I do this? Why is this one so small? What am I doing? All right, they are not at all even, but we're gonna roll with it. Like shucks. Look like that. Oh my god. I drew this way too close to the side, by the way. I always do this. I start out like terribly and too small. I get smaller because I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna have space. Then I like start to stretch, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and now we're like half the fucking page just to draw 2 pink circles. What am I doing? I've got to get better at planning. And I said planting, planting, not plantain. We're not, no baby bananas or whatever the hell those things are. Abomination, if you ask me. Just gonna move on to the next one. It's already a disaster. It's actually fine. I mean, here's the thing. I started doing these because I just felt like my lashes still sucked. I don't know why I did this because none of these lashes are particularly detailed. But like my perspective sucked. I saw some of them were like at different angles and different expressions. Like I just kept kind of drawing the same thing, even when I was trying to draw them. I was looking at other people's things, so I just feel like that's the best way I can learn how. Um, and I just don't feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm learning stuff here, but this isn't what I came here for. I don't know how I managed to do that. At least we're having fun, right? Are we having fun? We having fun yet? All right, this time for real, we're gonna stick to the size. Oh my god. All right. I really should probably just use symmetry tool. If I were smart, that's what I'd do, which is why we're not using it. Oh god, I slapped my mic. We had too much speed. Why does this feel... Now it's got all finger oils on it. Get out of town. Get out of here. Ba da 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 dum. Feel like that's too close. I also have no idea what I'm doing, so 95% chance my feeling is all wrong. This isn't the force. We don't just feel shit here. This is calculated. This glove just like falling apart on me. Why are there always pieces of... It looks fine. I don't understand why there's like always pieces of pilled up fuzz from this thing everywhere. Damn you, XP pen. Alright. I think this is probably the best I'm going to be able to get. Oh ho. Oh ho. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. New. Sponge. Actually, this kind of looks more like sponge than squiddy. Still haven't seen a full episode of that, by the way. Bro, oh my god. That's not even close. What the fuck am I doing? Somebody fire me. I didn't even sign the legal waiver, you know? Just kidding. Fuck the legal waiver. You're in Torg land now, baby. Alright. Yep, that's a W. Yeah, that's a W. I mean the letter, not the... This isn't a W. Like, this is an L. Fucking L. Wait. New eye drawing technique. L technique. Oh my god, it's a box. The fucking boxes haunt me. I'm not doing box method. I don't understand box method. We end up with the box and then the box and then the... I don't care. It's whatever. Oh no, the box is coming back. Let's draw a circle in the box because we can. And now we got our face. Oh my god. What is that? Jesus Christ, I'm watching Seven again. What's in the box? Alright, cut it out. So for what we're stealing from, I mean, we're totally not stealing from Harder Note. Anyway, what we're stealing from, they have no pupils. I think we do pupils, right? I mean, it doesn't hurt anyone to give them pupils, does it? What's a pupil? All right. I say we cook. That's the exact opposite of what I just tried to do. How did I do that? I think from now on, I'm just going to work on like a 2x2 and I'll become a pixel artist. I feel like it's just too much to work with this much real estate. And I'm already on lower real estate, so we can get decent, what are those things called? Time lapses going. So for some reason, a 4,000 by 4,000 time lapse just doesn't want to render. Thank you, FFmpeg. Very good. Bro, who drank all my water? What the hell's going on here? Do we fix this? I feel like this is wrong. I don't like it. Nyeh. 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 Hey. Nyeh. There we go. Feel like that's worse, but I don't want to admit it, so we're not going to change it again. I'd ask for your thoughts, but I don't want to hear them because then we have to admit that we were wrong. And you know what? If there's one thing I've learned, it's that you should never admit when you're wrong. I don't know where I learned that from, but it seems like sound advice to me. Look like that. All right. Selecto Dicko, you know how it goes. Please, sir, may I have some blue? Y'all got any more of that blue that doesn't make sense as an eye color? Well, thank you for that. What if I just, you know? Oh no, wait, we didn't do that eye. What am I doing? You know, let's try this strat. What if this is the strat? What if this was always the strat? What if there will always be only one strat and this was it? 500 years from now, what will we have left? Just the strat. I think what's happening is the little cats that made this the only reason I bought it are kind of coming apart. And those are like little like rubberized bits, and I think that's what's dragging. And then that pulls some material with it and leaves it. We are cursed by our own desire to see cat. Truly, life is miserable. What the fuck? Bro. Hello? Oh my god. Did that work? I can't even see it, dude. Oh, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. It's our best one yet, and it's just too much. This won't work because it's not gonna cover it right, and then I'm gonna end up with all those like little dips because this shit's ass. I said it. What is this? Don't make me do it. What if I just maximize it? Okay. It's not the right shade. Hold on, we can do this. We can trick it. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, is that the better strat? Hold on. We might have solved it. I think we might have solved it. Okay. That's the strat. I think we're now to white. Bro, nobody's ever spent this much time trying to get like a piss poor fucking eye detail. But I'll be goddamned if I won't be the world's first at something. Alright, I'm giving up. That's as good as we're gonna get. Enjoy. What is that? I don't fucking know. Alright, man. Look, I don't get paid enough to know things. Classic. I might just stop there. I'm losing it. I didn't stop there. I'm not done. We can't let them win. We can't let the Krita devs get away with this. They can't keep getting away with it. All right. Why was that so much effort? Oh my god, did I put the white triangles in those eyes? I did. Okay. They can't keep getting away with it. I am trying to learn here. Thank you. Okay. No. I don't like either of those. They're pissing me off. And you know what I always say, better to be pissed off than pissed on. Okay. Sure. Let's move one down here. Actually move it roughly there. Hello? There we go. Let's do that little pink thing again. Why? Because it's cool. No. 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 Yes. No. 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 Maybe. No. 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 Bro. Bro, just fucking work. Bro. Bro, I'm not broing with you. Okay. Fortunately, it's a little weird there, but we're just gonna live with it. You know how living with things goes, presumably. I don't know. Why is bro blushing? What's this devious motherfucker up to? Jesus. Alright, should I try and do some lash shit? I feel like yes, because I should. I also still don't really know how to do lashes. Oh god, no. Oh man. Oh man. What if I get a little jiggy with it? What do we think? Is this gonna work? There's something scientific about getting jiggy with it, right? I don't know. I've never been able to do it myself. Like surely there's science behind the jiggy with it strategy. Ow. I'm just kidding. Okay. New technique unlocked. We're attempting a hybrid of what was PCAT's Pringle method and whatever the fuck I normally do because I think that's too detailed for what we go on here to like actually do it, and then I don't think I have the strategies either for it. Okay. Do 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 do. Is that right? It doesn't feel right. I also don't know what I'm doing. That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right. Getting too white. From afar, it looks okay. Up close, it looks super weird, though. How do I do this shit, man? Okay. Something like that, maybe. And then, like, hopefully, like, maybe scoop that out a little bit. Probably would be easier if I just turned the whole fucking thing. Okay. I don't know, it just feels like a fucking like spider web or something. Is there a reason? Is there Jesus Christ? Why wasn't that working? Okay. So let's increase the size a little bit. Just oh, that's a bit much to try and get this done a little faster. Otherwise, this is going to take forever. Probably could have just fill tooled it, but we're lazy. What if this whole time I've been doing it right and I'm trying to match an aesthetic that's purposefully not like right, but I like it better? I feel like I probably do that all the time. Like I forego correctness for the aesthetic, but sometimes I forgo the aesthetic for the correctness because it just doesn't make sense. So like I'm stuck in between. This is way too big, by the way. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's try and clean this up just a smidgen. How are we feeling about that? Not very good. Okay, that's a little better. I think I might fundamentally misunderstand Pringles at this point. It works, but not because of those. It works because everything else is kind of clean and decent. Those just are like, why the fuck did you draw dead bats on the eyes? You know? Shit. Go ahead and move this down just a little bit if we can. Hopefully we can. We might not be able to. Fuck. Is it because that's hidden? Okay, so let's re-hide that. Selecto Dicko. We're kind of out of space, huh? I just drew this one way too big is the problem. Actually, let's leave the Selecto Dicko. Okay, so let's zoom out. All right. How are we feeling about these? I think what I might do here is I might try and do. Oh, but the next one is very angled. Okay, let's take a second. We're gonna use this space here. Um, we're just gonna draw maybe some lash strat stuff to try and evolve. Okay. But let's before we do that, let's just take a sec. All right. Very wobbly, very strange to start. I do feel like I probably should have drawn the mouths from the start. Um, because they can help with like the spacing, even if they're too far up. Um, these are definitely my worst. These are pretty decent. They got better. They weren't quite as angled as I was hoping they were. Um, the next one over, I feel like I could have done better. This one is just my favorite. I don't know if it's the best, but it's kind of funny looking. I don't know. Um, this one, I feel like the lashes just suffer something fierce. And that was all yesterday. Today, we did these. I feel like we started out a lot worse. These lashes just aren't it for me. Skipping the lashes honestly made it look a lot better. I really feel like my lashes suffer. I maybe that's why this feels so much better than this. Maybe without the lashes, this would be just as good. But today I think this is probably my favorite because no lashes and it just kind of works. I think without the lashes, this was my favorite though. All right, so let's do some lash test. I do feel like we've kind of progressed a little bit here. I'm a little more consistent at like my eye shapes. I'm not good at them still, and I'm a little better at like doing expressions. So we got some lash stuff to work out still. So I see this on the original, and I'm not saying that that doesn't work. I'm just saying it's not what I want, you know? Like that's supposed to be the lash, and then right, you get another one that's supposed to be the lash, I believe. I don't know, it feels weird to me. It doesn't work. Let's see. What if we do that? I'm gonna try and get like an angle out of this real quick, kind of the way they did. So they did like that, and then like they flattened it. Interesting. This is the next one, by the way. I'm still gonna draw that one probably tomorrow, but okay. And I would just need to make this a little shorter for it to match better. It's not too bad. All right, so for the lash though, I don't know. I feel like maybe I've got it backwards. Maybe it should be like this. I don't know. I was thinking like Pringles like this. Like that's the Pringle, right? So you have dip, up, and up. And I don't know. Like that's to me like what a Pringle would be, and therefore that's the Pringle shape. But maybe it's supposed to be that angle. So like you have that, right? That and that. So let's try and do an eye. Hold on. All right, so let's draw it like that. Hold on. Let's get real zoomed. Is this it? Like this feels okay. But I feel like once I start putting on like lashes, it falls apart a bit. It's not the lashes, maybe. All right, I don't think it's the lashes that need to be pringly. It's the eye. It's the lids. The lids are, I swear. I feel like that'll make it better. And once the lid is pringly, then I think we're okay to do our other strat. What do we think? All right, so hold on. Let's draw our Pringle. And then draw an upside down Pringle. And then we'll put our eye in it. Okay. And now we can clean it up as we see fit. And now for the lashes, this is it. I think we're solving it. I wouldn't call this a Pringle. I'm gonna call this the football. Because this kind of reminds me of a football, right? You have like that. This is the pigskin strat. I think that was it. We were doing too straight of lines, trying to do something else, and too thick of lines. We need to back off. Because, like, we were always kind of able to just wing this, right? Because, I mean, fucking who isn't? This is, like, the only one where triangle strat fucking actually works. Let's try and pull off one more. Is there, like, a decent amount of space? There is, like, right down in here. Pringle strat, Pringle strat. Ooh, Pringle, 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 Pringle strat. I think part of my problem has been that I have spent a lot of time trying to do stupidly a part of box method. So I would draw eyes kind of like as a rhombus to try and match what I'm looking at. And you lose a lot of the motion doing that. This is why it's so confusing, right? Because you're supposed to sketch that, and then you're supposed to sketch that, and then you're supposed to, line that, and then erase what you need done. And I just don't think that works for me. So if I were to do, I don't know, maybe I guess the way my brain was working was this, because I feel like I'm capable of doing this. I feel like that one bottom left right now kind of came out pretty solid. Um, I think the way my brain was working though was this is a realistic looking eye. And we usually go for very like exaggerated anime-esque features. So doing something somewhat realistic kind of breaks that. But at the end of the day, we are drawing, I guess, like a human-esque thing. And so we need that initial, like, in for it to mentally work for us. I think that's it. We just needed more curve on the top lid. Because even breaking it down like this feels better to me. All right, now we can just do this to like give it that, you know. I won't say that these are the best lashes we did because we're not spending like a whole hell of a lot of time on that. But it's definitely, I feel like this works as a very simplified eye, you know? What if we do that? How much does that help? Quite a bit, I think. Maybe lower next time. What if we undo all of that? What if we do it lower? Okay. Maybe like 1 over. Still kind of too much. I don't know. I feel like adding all these detail lines does kind of make them look depressed for me. I don't know what it is. It like makes them look really tired. But I think we're on to something. Which means I'm definitely going to forget it next time. How is this kind of like the best one? All right. Let's retry it. Repringle it. Get real zoomed. I will say this is kind of feeling like a little on the empty side. Like, what are the odds? You know? How do we maintain that level of flow and maybe put one of these on the inside of the eye? Not, it's obviously not inside the eye, but like, you know what I mean? Because like not all lashes, right? Like if this is the side of your eye, not all lashes are just going like that. You know, they kind of do that, right? And everyone knows you always get one right here and it fucking ruins your day. It cuts deep, man. So how do I do that? We have the upper side, I think, kind of. I wouldn't say on lock or anything, but we're evolving it. Maybe you know, I'm not sure I do know actually. How's that for a nose? We did triangle strat. That doesn't work for me at all. It's like too messy. I guess you're supposed to then go in and be like, yo, here's my nose, bros. Kind of looks like a foot. All right. How do we do this? So let's take these for example. Let's take this one. So if I were to do like that, this works because it's sort of at a sideways angle. But if I also have that, I feel like that breaks it pretty heavily. Right? That doesn't really look like anything to me. I don't know. Like, do I just have to stick with staying out of the eye? I feel like if I stay out of the eye, though, it looks very much like... How do I put it? Like, is it stamp? Like like an old cave painting of the sun? That's what it is. It's like a, you know, it's a Simba type of deal, right? Simba's the sun. Okay, that was gonna look a lot. That's yeah. Whew. Okay, maybe. Oh, bro, no. It's fucking Dickba, dude. Dikimba. No. What did we do? We gave him a fucking unibrow, too. All right. I think maybe we check out of this. Zoom out so we don't have to look at Dikimba here. I probably should have saved before all this, because now this is going to end up in the time lapse. So enjoy that. Um, all right. Get off for the day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm hoping we've had a bit of a revelation. I am also kind of impressed with myself that I can kind of like sketch out some okay looking eyes. Maybe not like super detailed or anything, but I can kind of get like a good shape going. Cause like I kind of just fucking yeeted those out, you know? Um, anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I appreciate you. Also, thank you for stopping by, Chicken Stipper. I actually thought it said stripper when I first saw you here. I was very confused. And I'm sorry about that. Nobody knew. I don't know why I said I thought that. That's on me. But thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I appreciate you. Hopefully, I will catch you in the next one. Probably Artigan tomorrow morning, but maybe Hell Divers or something else, whatever, tonight. Who knows? But hopefully, I will see you then. Bye.